Yo, what up everybody? One Eyebrow here, and as you guys may know, I have been playtesting the new EA Skate game. Heck, I even got flown out to the EA headquarters to playtest the new game, record footage, and also talk to the developers. Which was a crazy cool experience, and honestly I never thought that would have happened to me. So thank you EA for that. But this video isn't sponsored. They ain't telling me what to do, what to say, or what to post, so I can really just kinda say whatever I want. I could sit here and trash the whole game if I wanted to right now, or I could sit here and glaze the game if I wanted to. But I'm not gonna do either of that. I'm gonna give you guys my full-fledged opinion on the game. And I will say guys, the game is not finished yet, obviously. It's in pre-alpha. Usually games finish at 1.0, and we're in a 0.27 build right now. So everything that I'm going to be mentioning in this video could be subjected to change. But I will preface, it is very important to give your feedback, good or bad. So I'm the type of guy that likes getting the bad news first. So I'm going to start off this video with the things I dislike about the new game. And then after that, I'll go into the things I like about the new game. Obviously, I don't like how there's no offline mode, but it's 2025, and everything's online now, so it really doesn't come to any surprise to me. Second thing I dislike, how there's no game modes like the previous games. You don't got spot battle, you don't got death races, you don't have Hall of Meat mode, and you don't even have freaking Games Escape for crying out loud. That makes no sense to me. The third thing I dislike, microtransactions. Now, given the fact that this game is free, makes sense why there's microtransactions. So, in my opinion, that is kind of a fair trade-off, and I also don't really buy into the whole microtransaction thing, so it really isn't going to affect me much, but I understand how it will affect others. Now, the fourth thing I dislike is the NPCs. The NPCs just feel very dull. They aren't chasing you around, tackling you, tasing you, talking smack when you don't land a trick, or just hyping you up when you do land a trick. You can't even beat them up now, which is pretty lame in my opinion. Not to mention they don't even say any like random weird outlandish things out of nowhere too. One of the coolest things I liked about Skate 3 is when you're skating a spot and then all of a sudden this NPC comes over and just says the most craziest thing you've ever heard of in your entire life. Now I don't expect these to change, but I do hope they change. Now the fifth thing I dislike is how you can't adjust how tight or loose your trucks are, and you can't adjust how hard or soft your wheels are. Now in previous games, the softer your wheels were, the more grippier they were, and the harder your wheels were, the less grippier they were. And that does affect the physics of the whole game. For example, it was easier to do wall rides with soft wheels, and easier to do power slides with hard wheels. And then also just being able to adjust how loose and tight your trucks are really gives you more options to figure out how to make some tricks work. Because in real life, when you're going really fast, you want tight trucks. And if you're just kind of cruising around doing more techie things, you kind of want more loose trucks. Take Daewon San as an example. Bro is a tech wizard, and his trucks be jiggling and wiggling like no other. And then dudes like Bob Burnquist who skate mega ramps. Their trucks are going to be so tight, mainly because they don't want speed wobbles. Another thing that I dislike about the new game is that there is no movable props in the game. Yes, you have the object dropper, but in previous skates, objects could move on their own. Such as a ball bouncing, a ball rolling down the hill, or a dumpster with wheels going down a hill. There's just a decent amount of options you could do with movable props. And without that option, it kind of limits some things that you can do now with the object dropper and just with the whole prop system. And now for the final thing I dislike about the new EA Skate pre-alpha build. And that's just the face animations. Now this to me isn't that big of a deal, because the graphics of the whole world actually do look pretty nice. There are some parts where it does look pretty cartoony, but then there's other parts where I'm like, wow, this is actually beautiful. Not to mention that they have replicated a lot of real life spots and implemented them all around the map, which I find really, really cool. Now on to everything I like about the new game. Obviously, what I was just saying there is one of the things I do like about the new game. The map is really cool, like I just said. Now on to the second thing I like. I also do like a lot of the new skate spots that they added. The whole new world does feel a little bit small, but the thing is they are going to be expanding on it. In my opinion, the world feels the size of like one district, a very large district in Skate 3. But also that's just my opinion. I don't really know the square footage of the world or anything like that. It'd be kind of cool to find out though, I gotta say. Now on to the third thing I like. So one thing I really like, and is the most important thing to me in this whole new game, is the gameplay itself. The skateboarding feels amazing, and the fact that they added so many new features to expand on how you can get creative with how you skate in the new game really is just icing on the cake. The fact that now you can slow down how fast your board flips, depending on how fast you flick the joystick, is huge, in my opinion. I love it. I love that. It's going to open up a lot of different opportunities, especially for people who like to play realistically, and also for people who like to hippie flip. Another new feature, Slappies. Slappies is such a cool mechanic, and this really is going to open up more opportunities for realistic players. Same with Wallies. In the previous games, we didn't have Wallies. We just kind of had to ollie really quick onto a wall and hope that we did do a little wall ride before doing whatever trick we wanted to do next. Another cool feature that they added is firecrackers. Being able to do firecrackers now is definitely going to open up some cool possibilities for people to get creative in this new game. The last gameplay feature that I'm going to mention is pre-winds. In my opinion, pre-winding is pretty cool because it opens up more options. You can do a flat ground 540 now if you want to, but you also have the option to not pre-wind and to just do a regular 180 or a 360 too. All of these features are giving us more options to express ourselves in this new game. And that's one reason why I've been playing this game more than the originals. Now on to the fourth thing I like. Now one thing I do like that took me a little bit to get used to is the fact that everything's online now. At first I wasn't really sure how to feel about this, but the more I've played this, it's become more appealing. It's such a cool thing just being able to pop into the world and see what other people are up to, or see what kind of contraption they've built, or just see what people are wearing and what they look like. It's pretty entertaining, that's all I gotta say. And to be honest, I don't know if I would like this if they didn't give us private servers. Private servers is huge, especially for people who want to film realistic parts or just film challenges or YouTube videos themselves. Content creators need their privacy. And I do think with this feature, it will help grow a good, solid community. Now on to the final thing that I like about the new Skate, is all the different features in the settings menu. There's so many different things that you can adjust now. Things like flick sensitivity, pop height, grind assist. You also have the option to turn off Wallies, firecrackers, and Slappies. Now I'm sure this is probably going to be expanded on a bit, but to have these options in the pre-alpha is pretty freaking sick if you ask me. But yeah guys, that's my opinion on the new Skate game for now. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with anything, or if I missed anything, or just other things that you guys want to see in the new game, or things you wish the new game would change. And like I said earlier, everything is subjected to change. It is a pre-alpha still, but regardless, if you're in the playtest, be sure to give feedback, whether it's good or bad, so they know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong, because I feel like a lot of people forget to mention the good things and only focus on the bad things. But hey, we're all just human in the end, right? And with that being said, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you very much. You're a freaking legend. But that's gonna conclude this video. I hope to catch you all on the flip side. Peace!